BVI Channel 1. I welcome you on today's program, ECOSI, Economy of the Southeast, where we talk about the economic opportunities, the economic potential of the Southeast Nigeria, Igbo land, and by extension, the Afro people in general. And today I still have the village economists in the BC and Enugu still joining me. You're welcome.
Yeah, Chinedu, thank you.
And today is not a live program because of the challenges we are facing to set up our system. But until then, we are bringing you this recorded program, and we expect you to join the discussion from the description below. Don't forget to share this program. Every Friday of the week, we bring you Economy of the Southeast, so that we'll be able to reinvent an economic vibrancy of Igbo land, what Igbos are being known for. We cannot be doing exploit everywhere, whereas our homeland is backward economically. And that is why we are bringing you this program every Friday, exclusively on BVI Channel 1. Today we are talking about the closure of Nigerian border and opening up of opportunity in Igbo land. You know, they always say that when one door closes, another one opens. Now, Nadroma or Guru did that. And the all of you gather there, mana ever the one you or we are opportunity. You want to go and do go no it's an opportunity. Nigeria has become what it is, and me personally, I have reservation with the closure of border.
Okay.
I have serious reservation about it. A lot of people have been clamoring for it, despite the fact we're going towards taking out the disadvantage in the closure of the border and leaving the advantage for our people. Because in any situation, there's one thing about Igbo man, they'll take advantage of the situation.
We are survivors.
Of course. Now, we are going to look into those opportunities that abound in Igbo land when it comes to the closure of border. Because apparently, the people that will suffer, you know, some people are sentimental about this.
What do you have against the closure?
Of course, some people have sentiments about it. I don't really share sentiment, but I have observation that when you want to do something, development is a process.
Yeah.
And it's not something that you just import or you just come by sudden. There are necessary steps you need to put in place so that when you are making some policies, economic policies, it will not hit hard on the people. For instance, you are closing border, but you are not producing. Your production line is dilapidated because there is no power supply. Imported goods are cheaper than Nigerian made products. It is a fact. Then you are closing border so that, yes, so that you encourage local industries, right?
So the closure of the border, does it amount to stoppage of importation of goods into Nigeria?
To a large extent.
Let me understand.
I'm coming. To a large extent.
If you close the border, have you closed the goods coming through the official channel?
That is what I'm telling you.
These are the
now, that is what I'm telling you. If you go down to the wharf where they are clearing goods now, what is happening there now, my dear, you will cry for our people. That is the truth.
So
the exploitation level there is unimaginable. It may not be an importer, but they will tell you. At least I have done that 1 or 2 times before. Now, the custom or the people that are in charge of the clearing of goods there, our people will tell you what they pass through. Because everything must now go through that channel, and they know you don't have any other option than to come through that channel. Then the exploitation then you now see the reason why maybe for any reason whatsoever, the closure of border, after all, I advocate for it. I advocate for it when the Chinese did their own. They must have put in place some things before they close their border. So that you cannot just stop importation, whereas you are not producing those things yourself. Those things that are needed by the people.
No, let's take this thing easy. Now, the closure of the border, does it amount to stopping importation of certain goods items?
That is what I'm telling you. It does not stop, but at what price?
Wait.
At what concern?
Let's discuss these things as intellectuals or village people who have village sense.
All right, go on.
Instead of allowing ourselves to be overtaken by emotion and sentiments.
Let's have your.
From my own understanding, you know, federal government has already announced you know, ban on importation of certain goods items.
Mm-hmm.
For instance, one of them, importation of rice. Now, after the banning of importation of rice, it is no longer business as usual for imported rice to pass through the wharf. What we have in practice is where importers now go to Cotonou, import through Cotonou, import through Ghana, offload all those items like rice, and through the border, they found their way inside Nigeria.
Mm-hmm.
Sitting here, I am not here to justify the action of federal government, to endorse it, or to say that they've done the right thing or the wrong thing. But I am here to critically review their action and now propose solution for our people.
Go on with it.
The ban on importation of rice is something that has been ongoing as far back as I think 2 years or thereabouts. I don't have the actual date right now as in when the federal government banned importation of foreign rice. But get to the market, various markets in Nigeria, you see the foreign rice everywhere. The closure of border is to stop those good items that could not pass through the official route, which is wharf. The idea, of course, is to force those importers to look inwards, to start investing inwards. I was made to understand from central bank angle that even after the announcement, after the ban on rice, you know, many businessmen, importers still find their way through the borders of Nigeria to bring them in, thereby frustrating CBN intervention in mass rice production. And you know how the CBN intervened. CBN intervened by giving credit facility to some of the local farmers. For instance, the man we have in Anambra State here, the Coscharis of a man, he got loan from central bank in excess of 2 billion naira to start local production of rice. I have personally gone there to Anak Omo site where he has the rice farm. Of course, he has foreigners working for him, and he also has local people working for him. He has rice mill, a massive expanse of land where these things are done. Because of this porous, the fact that our borders are porous, and the federal government over the years, over time, has looked the other way while people kept on bringing rice. That has affected the market price of local produced rice. How does it happen? If measures or laws are not brought into there to frustrate importation or bringing into the country those foreign rice, the prices of foreign rice will be competing with local rice. I want to give just an instance. A situation where a foreign rice is sold for 18,000 naira and the local rice is sold, the cost of processing, production and everything, with all the frustration and the high cost of operations down here. The local cost of producing local rice, the selling price is at
20,000.
No, let's say 16,000 naira, difference of 2,000. I want to tell you that majority of our people, including my humble self,
To go for foreign rice.
prefer to gamble with that 2,000 naira difference to go for foreign rice instead of going
Why?
for locally produced rice.
Why?
It is consumers' decision.
Pattern.
Yes, consumption pattern.
Why would they? Okay, now let us not be so what would I call it? Theoretical.
Yeah.
Now let us now look at it from the critical point of view.
Yeah.
You are an economist.
Yeah.
You understand foreign trade.
Yeah.
Now, most government do not. I don't know about this one, but I'm sure.
I'm giving you.
I don't know about this one, but I'm sure that the government saying when they say they ban any goods from coming in, that is not totally outright ban, but they put a high tariff on it to discourage people from bringing it in.
No, this
I'm coming.
outright.
Excuse, I'm coming. Then if it is outright, then it's total colossal damage for Nigeria. I'm coming. Let me give you my own perspective on this. Wait, I'm coming. Let me give you this perspective. From the international trade, from the times the way businesses are done, it is the price, it is the market that controls the price, right? Yeah. Good. And when you are doing trade, when people are bringing in goods from outside Nigeria that could be produced in Nigeria, then you ask yourself, as a government, why is it that people go out to produce and bring in goods in Nigeria whereas you can produce it? The solution to it could just be very simple. Encourage the local farmers, just like you mentioned, central bank intervention. But I must tell you, the corruption in Nigeria, all these things you are seeing, they are on paper. Excuse me, I'm coming. When you talk about commercial and aggressive commercial intervention of agriculture, like producing of rice, if local rice is being produced massively, that a bag can cost 5,000 naira, nobody will even go out to import any rice.
It's not done overnight. No,
excuse me. So that is why you cannot block the border overnight. That is why I say that. That is why I say you are an economist, but I'm a public administrator.
Yes.
So I understand how government make their policies.
Yes.
You might know the figures, how it works, but the policies that guides, so that ultimately, like you normally say, the profit of government is the welfare of the people.
Yes.
But when the people's welfare are tampered upon, the government is losing.
But it depends on the information available to you right now as we speak here. Because you wouldn't know the processes involved, as in the number of months that government has given these people warning, the importers. And we are using a product here, rice.
As a case study?
Yes, we are using it as a case study. You also do know that even this thing, tomato, and some of these that can be produced here locally, that government has suspended over the months the importation of all these things. But importers, you also know that if you have some importers that are irresponsible, that are exploiting from the average consumers in the market.
Of course.
You also should know the number of the cutthroat and exploitative, abnormal profit some of these importers are making at the expense of the economy. I'm not defending the federal government of Nigeria.
That is their failure.
No, I am not defending them because
it is their failure.
They should have done.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
I want to bring this thing to the understanding of our people who listen to this program to also see the other side of the coin. Yes, Nigeria has failed us, but we should also at times recognize the fact that the players in the market are also frustrating government good intention. One of them, like we pointed out, is rice production. And you said as a public administrator that government cannot all of it. So they
wake up on money and make a policy. Yes.
And I want to put it
without considering the people,
because we are not part of the government policy decision processes and announcement. I want to put it to you that this has been ongoing as far as I'm concerned, discouraging the importation of rice.
No, the discouraging of importation, I'm not talking about making policy, I'm talking about putting in place measures to cushion the effect of the policy they are going to make.
Those measures have been taken care of.
But corruption has not really allowed it to flourish.
It's knowledge, it's just information available to you. The fact that it
is the failure of government. Now, we don't want to drag this thing because we understand.
I understand the failure of the government, but there's key information I want you to pick right here. If we are talking about the fact that Igbos are not part of the Nigerian politics, and the Igbos are not benefiting from the sharing of our commonwealth, that one is understood. You should also know that the last time when there was opportunity of World Bank coming to Nigeria to invest, President Buhari told them specifically to look northwest and invest there.
Any World Bank intervention, especially when it goes to agriculture, it goes to the north.
So let's draw this line in terms of
So you now block the border. Our people who are now importers, because they cannot cultivate, they will now, their businesses will suffer. Whereas you are now intervening, not for Nigerians but for your own people in the north. While our people goes down, that is our own concern.
No, that is our concern.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now so that we don't take much time about. At least you know our stand and point of view. Now let us now come home. The opportunities. The opportunity. One thing about Igbo is that there is an opportunity every time. It makes itself available. And I want to tell you very soon, our rice will be in the market. The Biafran rice, get ready for it. No, that is the truth. You know what you are saying.
I hope they will buy.
No, if they don't buy, then how can they say they want Biafra?
The people you are defending, I hope they will not disappoint you.
Let them disappoint, let us see. No, the truth of the matter is that
when you have the rice,
it is the opportunity. You know, when we are saying all this, you know what we are saying.
Yes.
You know, they have closed the border quite all right.
Yes.
Now we're coming in war to take advantage of the opportunities.
Yes.
Despite that, the policies are skewed against our people.
Yes.
But we know how to maneuver it. Currently, as I'm talking to you now, we are sourcing for rice. And we have just started our own farm. But there are farmers, our own people, who are farming rice. But the point is that they don't have enough money to go into more production. There are a lot of challenges, and they need more buyers, ready market to sell their product and all the rest of them. And our people don't buy local rice, just like you pointed out. So the closure of border against foreign rice will now turn some of them into looking for local rice. That is why we say we mark that one good, but something has to be done. That one we thought that we settled that argument. Now the opportunities that are abound now in rice production and the benefit it will have on our economy in the southeast.
Yes, before I speak about or speak on the opportunity we will have on this closure of the border with a special reference to rice, local rice production, I want to take our mind back to what happened after the Civil War.
Yeah.
You know, after the Civil War, there was this declaration on 3 R's: rehabilitation,
renovation, reconstruction.
Reintegration and reconstruction.
Yes.
Now people they expected federal government to rehabilitate them. Thereafter, the indigenization policy came up, and then the 20 pounds. However amount of money you have in the bank, you have 20 pounds.
There was no Igbo man that is rich enough to participate in it.
Now it's not for us to begin to clap for federal government, because that policy was meant to keep an Igbo man down. Just like the closure of the border.
Exactly.
Now, these people's plan is to remove us from the power equation, from the political and economic plane in Nigeria.
Exactly.
Now, they succeeded in denying us access to the Commonwealth, wherever they see Kudo Bafu, are caught right off. Even when you have money in the bank, they still call you and give you peanuts. What was their plan? Their plan was to keep us in perpetual
poverty and penury.
We continue to beg them for assistance. But what was the outcome? In every situation you see an Igbo man, there is always a window of opportunity, survival. Our people now began to look at opportunities outside Nigeria. That Nigeria has denied them opportunity of survival. Now you see a lot of them, moving, scattering all over the world.
Yeah.
And today, it is our diaspora assets, the people we have, scattered all over the world, that is the most important asset we have
in Igbo land
right now.
Exactly. They bring
whether you believe it or not.
But it's true.
That is why nobody, put me, can cage an Igbo man.
No, it's not possible.
In Nigeria.
It's not possible.
You can cage 40 million people, excess of 40 million people staying in Nigeria, but you cannot cage 5 million people living in America alone. Igbos in America have to 5 million people. I know of Cameroon, they are nearby. My brother stayed there. There are up to 2 million Igbos living there. They call them Biafrans there. You can decide to hold the ones in Nigeria, but you can never frustrate those operating outside.
Even the ones in Nigeria will always find their way to survive.
But I'm saying you can try to.
You can try.
You can try. But those operating outside Nigeria, operate outside the box. It's not within Nigerian box.
Yeah.
And they still find their ways of sending money home. Even when Buhari administration tried to frustrate them from sending money home through central bank, they still found different ways of Igbo sense, local sense, village sense of sending money home. Can you see that initial policy of indigenization, policy of £20 against our people, have succeeded in empowering our people by sending them elsewhere to look for better opportunities? Now look at the situation we have right now. The closure of the border has caused foreign rice. The price of foreign rice
to go up.
The last time I went to the market, the Coca precisely, I was told that foreign rice, the price of foreign rice
between 28 to 30.
25,000 naira. As at that time.
Now it's 28. Now we're getting towards Christmas.
That was last week. He said 25,000 naira. Then I asked of local rice. I went to Koschari's because Koschari said that they don't have stock as at that time. Meaning that locally produced rice, that the demand for his own rice has skyrocketed to the high levels. That the almighty Koschari's, as at last week,
do not have stock.
Do not have stock. Now I went to a Coca market. That was where I bought local rice, Anambra rice precisely, for 18,000 naira. Can you see? Now the closure of the border has forced the market price of both local and foreign rice to increase. Now the immediate implication is that more farmers, rice farmers,
will be encouraged to go into farm to farm more.
Will be forced to go to the farm. There is already demand and supply. A gap has been created between demand. Demand is higher than the supply. Of course, the price will go up.
Now, let us not go. We don't have all the time to describe all these graphic stuff.
Okay.
Now we are talking about the opportunities there. The opportunities. You made mention of the policy of the World Bank intervention, and whatever agriculturally wise, and they were told to go and focus on the north.
Yes.
Now, our people who are importers of rice, mainly. It's our people that import rice.
Then they should now
carry that money and invest it in local farmers in the south.
In fact, they should come and meet me. Or no, if they trust you, they should just bring 10 million naira. Just inform them they should bring 10 million naira between now and then, because these guys are into profit and loss. That 10 million naira will give them 15 million naira.
That's what they want to hear.
Within a short of time. The demand is already there, and the land is already there. The villagers in Anna they are begging us to come and start farming. In fact, they are begging us. What they want now is that round the year farming. You do a borehole, you do
irrigation and all that.
You do irrigation while water there to be running round it.
24 hours.
So Charlie does his own round the year.
They cannot. Charlie alone cannot even feed Anambra State alone. Much more of the entire. The market is large. That is the
opportunity. What you say that Concharis can feed the Anambra, can feed no. But from what I've seen now,
we went there. You and I went there. They don't have any stock.
From what we've seen now, because of this closure of the border, a lot of attention and the demand have gone towards the local rice production. So the window of opportunity has been opened. It's not rocket science. The closure of the border has created not just rice, but other small food items that used to come from outside Nigeria. This is a time for people to begin to look inwards. If you don't want to get involved, just look for credible platforms that you can invest.
We already have BVI Agro and Allied Matters company where we do our agricultural investments and all that. And I must announce to you, I had to be the one to do this announcement because I was told by our contact and that by tomorrow our rice will be ready.
Yes.
Our rice will flood the market. So by next week, make sure you get your get ready for Christmas. You get rice BVI Biafran rice.
I'll start placing the order right.
No. You can start placing order immediately because we are not joking. We have a lot of our space here, we have warehouse here.
And we can guarantee quality.
No, quality
and of course,
and nourishment.
And we cannot exploit our people.
No, it's not possible.
We can't preach what in a believe.
No, we will go for the best price.
We cannot exploit the people by,
We want to tell the people that, we want to show the people that it is possible.
It is possible.
That is all. You can come and invest.
Yes.
It's not more that you have to go through BVI Channel 1. But why we ask you to come through the channel, especially those of you that are not in Biafran land, those of you in diaspora. You have professionals that are, business management. He is a financial person.
Yes,
I can tell you, like I studied public administration, and because I had my degree at University of Wales, international business management. You understand? So this is, we all know the theoretical aspect of it, but now Igbo sense is being applied here. We're a village sense kind of economy. That is what we are running down here. Because we make sure we get the best of price, the best of nourishment that we give the needed market value. That's the value for your money. When you go there, in fact, we need distributors. So if you want to be a distributor, these are a job opportunity for you. Yes, if you want a very good nourished rice at a very good price, this is an opportunity for you. The number you call is right there on the screen. You can always call it at any time, any day to be part of this. It is a rice buying a phone, straight. So,
Engineer, one thing, we are here to provide solutions.
Of course.
We are not here to be complaining, passing blame, lamenting, waiting for the day the Biafra will come from heaven.
We are already in Biafra.
We are in Biafra.
We are in Biafra land. We are telling you that now you are going to eat the Biafran rice sold by BVI Channel 1, the Biafran channel. If you just one. What we are talking about is that the opportunity around. It is possible.
Ours is to come here, open your eyes, tell you the opportunities you have. Even when your enemies are fighting you, you are giving solutions.
Exactly.
Even when your enemies are trying to close this door, 3 doors will open.
Oh, straight up.
When they try to close this one, you open another one.
Exactly. That is
by the time they do it, you could remember the last time Babangida visited Southeast, he came to Odisha, and he looked around, he said, wow, is this not where we fought war? Because they knew Babangida was part of that.
Of course now.
They knew that they brought this place
down.
And then just within a period of 20 years, the whole places have been built even better than the northern. Where the war did not take place. So the fighting spirit of an Igbo man, the fighting spirit of a Biafran is something even the world powers are beginning to. People that have been started they have been started research. Which kind of people are these? That when you close this side, they are opening the other side. When you go there to...
You cannot tame an Igbo man. It's not possible.
So to those of
it's not possible.
Spread all over the world, scattered all over the world, that look at us, they will come and kill you. How many people will they kill? If they kill Chinedu, you have 10, 20 Chinedu.
We are manifesting, we are multiplying ourselves.
And so it's not the issue of they will come and stop it, they will come and do this. They will try, but the gift we have, God has given us the kind of gift God has given us is something our enemies cannot understand.
That is it.
However, don't expect us to come here and say everything.
No.
But we are trying to open your eyes that even though they have closed the border, but come down from here. If we take our camera to the villages, you understand what we are saying, that the closure of border is blessing in disguise. It's blessing in Eden. Yeah. So it's for us to now exploit the opportunity and use it to empower ourselves and feed our people. Because we cannot depend on our enemies to feed us. And this is where you must understand that we meant business.
That is it. That is what we're talking about on BVI Channel 1. Ecos Economy of the Southeast, take advantage of this opportunity. By next week, we are going to be bringing you a very wonderful issue where we are going to table up issues. If you have anything to say about this program today, like we said, this is a recorded program, you drop your comment there. The discussion should continue. If you think that we should invest, those importers importing 1 cheap load of rice, they should use the money to go and invest in agriculture. Ani Igbo na-eme nri. Ani Igbo not only rice, beans, tomato, pepper, onions can be cultivated in our land, and we can feed Africa if we can use the weight of what we are taking outside. We're not even taking the money outside Nigeria. We're taking it outside Igbo land.
Outside Igbo land. Go to Lagos and say.
Even Igbo land. So what we need is bring it home, invest it here, and I will tell you, here will be heaven on earth. Here is paradise. Biafran land is the paradise on earth. The soil, the weather, the nature.